Trying to build a prison for you and me. Good morning, Missouri moms. How's it going? They're trying to build a prison for you and me. Like the System of the Down song says. I like that one, and I like the Toxicity song. I thought those were cool. Some of the other, like, anti-Christian stuff, you know, chop suey or whatever, not as much, not so good. Anyway, let's talk about private prisons. They're wrong. I used to work for a company. In that company, what we did was kind of cool. It was like, had a drug counseling component to it, designed to end recidivism. What does that mean? Make people like not be criminals anymore, basically. They don't return to a life of crime. Kind of like a 12-step program, but less weird and culty. More evidence-based practices. And I did some stuff for them, including electronic monitoring, like ankle bracelet type installations, some like low-level accounting, like billing on, hey, pay for your ankle monitor stuff. Some other stuff too, like there were some meetings, like type deal. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into the weeds, but yeah, like the program actually wasn't bad, right? Like if you were in that program, like you were probably pretty happy because that means that you were going to get out on probation or had got out on probation or parole. Yeah, that kind of thing. We kind of acted as a liaison between the parolee and probationer and their probation officer type deal. But that company had another component to it that did private prisons. And that's a problem for me. What is prison for profit? Meaning they profit from you going to jail because the state runs a prison, and like let's say they do a bad job or whatever, and then so the government looks into like, well, what could somebody else do? And somebody else comes in and says, oh, we could run it for less. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. And it's a problem because, you know, first of all, somebody, God bless everybody that works at a prison, because I don't want to. Just going into the jails and like hooking people up to the ankle monitors was, I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but it wasn't the best. Jail is not fun, you know. So why would you want to go there? Kids, stay out of jail if you can help it. That's your message for the day. Do what you can to stay out of jail. But yeah, you know, prisons are bad enough when they're run by the state because, you know, prison. But privatizing that and profiting from it is a problem. People are like, well, why? If they can run it more efficiently and do it better to government, it's so bad. Yeah, dude, but there's some problems. One of them is you now have a lobby that makes money, millions of dollars, and then they make money by people by being in prison. And so then they make laws, like 3 strikes laws, not like 1 strike or 2 strike for violent offenses or something or whatever, but just like 3 anything you do, write 3 bad checks, fart on a school bus twice, you know, whatever, do bad stuff, go to jail, laws that then, then you got to ask yourself, why would a company pay for that? Why would a private prison company pay to lobby to have certain hard, quote unquote, hard on crime laws? Well, it's because they make money on the back end for you being in jail. And that's crazy, but that's a thing. And then now imagine that same company may or may not also have like record labels, and then those record labels put out a style of hip hop that encourages you get money, kill police, do bad stuff. It's fun to do bad things. It's like to break the law, create a culture of lawlessness so that they can profit by incarcerating you. And here's the thing, man, you ain't got to have money. Well, they'll get that if you do. But, in restitution and fees and, confiscation, whatever. But they'll get it from Joe law-abiding American, right? Like, if you're constantly incarcerated and you ain't got a job or anything, bro, you're not like a productive member of society. You're not doing anything, just being a criminal or whatever, parasite. But Bob, the builder, has to pay taxes to pay for this. So it's a scam, and some rich person somewhere who has, millions of dollars that they've made by fleecing the state and lobbying for their legislation, their onerous legislation, now can allegedly. This is all alleged. Story time. This is all alleged that this happens, that I saw firsthand, that I'm allegedly, not maybe, definitely. So, yeah, man, private prisons are bad. Try to build a prison for you and me.